What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a little bit of a less happy video, as we're going to be on foot checking out Beach Mountain, North Carolina, and the surrounding areas, all affected by the hurricane and flooding. Any proceeds from this video, which I probably won't make any because I don't make money off of YouTube, will be donated. So let's jump right in. I'm going to be providing commentary for all of the clips, so please stick around and pray for all of those affected by this horrible tragedy. This clip was taken near New River Building Supply and shows how the road has washed out with all the flooding down through the valley through there. And it shows how much damage really was done in this area with all the flash flooding that came through the area. This video of Laurel Fork shows how much flooding really happened down through this valley, and shows that multiple cars got caught up in this and were stuck down in the river. I know you can't see it very well, but there was a SUV down stuck in the river carried by the flash flooding. As you can probably tell, there was debris everywhere, and it's going to take forever to clean all this up. It will have an effect on this region for many years to come. Here you can see a bridge that was completely washed over with everything around it being destroyed. And you can see how much rocks were really brought in. Those were not there before. And that bridge was nearly destroyed. It's completely closed off. And it needs a lot of work to get back going. And it is no longer structurally safe. Here's a landslide.
Can they live? I don't know.
Here is a recording of Fosco, North Carolina, showing how one small creek can have a major effect on a large area because of all the water running down. It expanded the creek and flooded all the water. This video shows how many trees were really down and how they've been attempting to work on this, but it's such a large project that it'll take them forever to fix.
Right along the road, but not the road's fine.
Sorts of debris everywhere. Here's a large tree that was down on the road alongside the Watauga River, approaching Banner Elk. This shut off the road in the area for several hours. This video shows a lot of destruction around Banner Elk, North Carolina, with the guardrail being completely taken out. You can see debris all over the road that washed up from the Watauga River and the ponds surrounding. And Banner Elk got hit really hard. You see that house is almost completely destroyed. This whole area got hit really hard, and it'll be incredibly difficult for them to recover from this ever. Here you can see a sign saying free water and baby food and supplies. This shows how people have really come together. Here's the farms at Banner Elk. This area was completely flooded out because it's such a flat area. It's a floodplain. And yeah, on the left you can see all the debris that came up from the river, and we are approaching the area that was the most concern. This road completely washed out, leading to nobody being able to enter or leave Beach Mountain or Banner Elk, North Carolina. And this was the biggest road patch, and it led to a lot of problems.
But you can see the mud, look, all the way up here.
Oh, this was mud.
You can see a large amount of debris sitting in front of a house. This is a lake near Banner Elk. It completely flooded. There used to be a pathway along the left. It is completely destroyed. There are no remnants of the pathway. It flash flooded and it's all gone. This house got hit really hard by the flash floods. You can see the internal structure is going out, and you can see all the stuff on the right, debris from the flash flood. This is a horrible, horrible place to be during the flash flood, and I hope everybody was okay. As we approach downtown Banner Elk, you start to see a little bit less damage, and not as much issues downtown. There's some trees and limbs down, but downtown Banner Elk is in generally pretty good shape. Here you can see a large tree down just outside of Lees McRae College. At Lees McRae College, they had to airlift students out of the soccer field because there was no potable water.
The National Guard. Yeah.
A lot of trees down.
Here's an area where many trees fell across the road, leading to clog-ups and people being unable to leave their homes to get fresh supplies. Up here, there's water running over the road from the remnants of the flood. We were there almost a week after the last rainfall. However, you can still see the water coming from reservoirs that have had a lot of water that built up and the water that's coming out of their dams. Here's an area that had a lot of trees down. As you can see by the tree hanging over the road right here, there were trees down everywhere, and this is an absolute disaster zone. And there are also people out here working to improve their own properties and help other people fix their properties because there's so much damage. It's really just hard to comprehend on video. Road wash out here.
Yeah, it looks like it washed
Here's
out
another
all the
patch
way
in the
across
road
there.
on the way up Beach Mountain. These patches were done using gravel,
They talked about a couple
compacted
spots
gravel,
on this road.
so people could enter and exit Beach Mountain, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Getting back to dirt.
Here you can see a private neighborhood that has trees down everywhere, and they're working to fix that, but it is a complete disaster zone back there as all the roads are washed out. Here's another area where there's water on the road,
Yeah.
water rushing down the mountain from the previous events, still leading the road to be slick and dangerous potentially.
This side's got.
I was going to let this guy go around, but I don't think I can stay in that lane.
No, yeah. Okay.
Here you can see a guardrail that is bent completely out of shape down the mountain by trees and water, which truly shows you the amount of water and the amount of force that came with this water from the storm. Here you can see Brick Oven Pizzeria, which has been working hard to help the community.
Is that the United Center
Here you
for
can
generator?
see Fred's General Store, which is since reopened since the disasters. Approaching the mountain, you can see many trees down on the side of the road from high winds.
You see if I can see 2 more deer down this way.
As you can see on the left, there are trees absolutely everywhere, and many of these places got flooded off of all the water that's running off the ski. Looking up, you can see all the power lines and trees falling everywhere. These condos got hit pretty hard. Than this should be. Right?
Right in here. Yeah, that's too low.
Here you can see how the power lines are hanging dangerously lower than normal, leading to large trucks not being able to get in and out. As we arrived, we realized that there was minimal damage to my grandparents' house, and we were extremely lucky compared to some of these houses that have been completely destroyed. Here we are at the Emerald Outback Trail. This looked like it was damaged pretty bad, and the trails could have possibly washed out. It is a beautiful trail though. Back down towards the bottom, here's a massive trench. That road is completely destroyed. Those people are still cut off because of this, and nobody can get in or out. Here's more water running down Beach Mountain on the way to Buckeye Lake, and there's just water all over the road, coming off of the mountain, building up in these little trenches along the side of the road, and then flowing out. Here's another large area of water along more towards Banner Elk on the way back to the Triad, and there's a lot of water running along the side of the road and almost like a small pond here because of all the water, and there are people outside just in shock because of how bad this is. See, you can see all the water here. It's also flowing along the side, coming up from the mountains and rushing down to the lower areas. Here is a river bottom that was completely washed out. You can really see how bad it is because of all the debris and trees that got carried away. Here's the house that we looked at earlier from a different angle. It is a complete wreck, and you can see they're already starting to move stuff outside and get to work because of all the support from local neighbors and from outside people.
Gone, right? Wasn't it right here?
I mean, what was it? I think it ran along there and it just completely expanded it. Looking back at the boardwalk along the side of the road, the whole bank got washed down. And this used to be a very good trout fishery until this happened. And this is going to absolutely devastate the trout population standing around Beach Mountain. So the trout were washed downstream into many different areas. The whole field to the right completely flooded out, along with some of the surrounding houses. And here we are going back over the road patch from earlier. This whole neighborhood here completely flooded. This whole area was completely flooded out, and the people there were scared for their lives. Here's another area affected by the storm. The damage wasn't as bad, but you can still see debris piling up along the side of the road. Here's the Lowe's with a Serve Pro truck, disaster relief here to help, and yeah. Here's an Army National Guard truck that was deployed to the area. This house on the top of the Beach Mountain had a tree completely go through the side. The roof was blown off and it was absolutely torn to pieces, but there were people working on it. See, you can see from a different angle the amount of absolutely damage that this house received.
Pops out of them.
And here you can see a field of trees that was absolutely cleared. There were at least 50 trees that were completely taken out in this area. I know you can't see it very well, but there were a ton of trees. Rain to loosen them up, right?
Yeah, but it's not so much the tops of the trees that loosens it.
Yeah. Same thing with this field right there. And it was like this all over the mountain. It was absolutely horrible. Here's another angle of the house that got completely destroyed. Here's how much rain Beach Mountain got. Nothing was running off into this. This is just straight up. It was full to the brim, and I dumped a little bit out, but it was completely full to the brim. So we don't know how much rain it actually got because it completely filled up this wheelbarrow, which is insane. Same thing with this one over here. See, it was running out the side over here. Here's a helicopter over Banner Elk, North Carolina, which I presume was there to support North Carolina. Wow. Look at that come through there. It's like completely flooding. I mean, the water has not gone down. I mean, I'd assume it is based off how this went out of here, but you can see it flooded, at least right here, but you can see the way the grass is flooding. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. See this? This is the lower Pond Creek Trail, and the entire bridge is gone. The entire pathway is gone. It's all done for. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, there's no way to get through here. The whole bridge flat. The only reason it's not gone is because you guys let us know this. So the bridge is gone, the pathway down there is gone, and I have no idea how much more is left. Because you can see how the fish are going to work over there. I've fished here before, and it's usually at least a foot below this. So, this sucks. Here's the Upper Creek Pond Trail, and the bridge is completely gone off of this trail. This is separate from the Lower Pond Creek Trail, and this is a completely different bridge, and there's no sign of the bridge left. Next, we're going to be doing some wood chopping, taking a look at some of the damage around my grandparents' property, and seeing what there needs to be done. I think that's cut right.
Get straight on.
Yeah.
Where do you think you want to take this here?
To the road. First tree taken out so far, hauling it up. Got the wood. Here's all the stuff we picked up from the road. Not a whole lot, but thank you guys so much for watching my experiences with Hurricane Helene and taking a look at all the damage around Beach Mountain in Banner Elk, North Carolina. If you were affected by this, I'm praying for you, and yeah. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed day.